Hello everyone, it's me, Ari Dostat. You can call me Rashid. I'm your anthropologist and sociologist. Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member of the channel, and don't forget to donate in the links below. Thank you very much. Alright, in the background, I have an image that I got from Google about this figure called Lady Justice, which is really derived from a Greek goddess. So that's a female Nephilim right over there. Why am I showing this image? Because this is the image that represents the attitudes of a lot of people in the world, including a lot of believers. You see someone blindfolded with a weapon, in this case she's armed, and she has a skill in her hand. Now, how do you know what's in the skill or not if you're blindfolded? I mean, to be accurate in what you're waging, you should know what's in the skills, right? I mean, people say Rashid, it just symbolizes, well, justice impartial. Look, if you can't see what's in the skills, how can you be impartial? Yeah, Rashid, it just, she feels where it goes, where the weight is going to. Okay, let's say you have a skill and you have to weigh gold in it. But you're blindfolded, so instead of putting gold in one end, it puts a few rocks in it. Of course, the other part is going to be heavier. Are you going to conclude now that the part is heavier, yeah, that there's more value in it, there's more gold in it? No, because you don't know, because you can't see. What this image, and listen, I'm an anthropologist, okay? I don't just say things. I know what I'm talking about. This image is mocking the masses, because this is the emotional attitude of a lot of people when they feel wronged. They just want to be recognized. They may not everyone goes out there chasing sympathy for others feel sorry for them, but when people feel wronged, they do want the sympathy of being recognized that they were wronged, and now they want some type of compensation out of it. And in this hype of demonic compensation, they become blinded by their own rage or their own anger, and they don't realize that the compensation they're chasing is often not even worth it. Okay, let's say someone slandered you online, and now you want to sue them because you feel you're upset that somebody said about you. Okay, it goes to court, and then the individual has to appear in court too. And then the judge says, okay, someone made a statement about you. It's only slander if it's not true. So now we need to investigate what the individual said about you. So now you have a whole investigation into your life. And now actual things that you want to keep to yourself are now coming out. If that other individual gets convicted and they have to pay you a fine, they can only pay if they have money. But if let's say you win the court case and they pay you $15,000, whatever, or they have to go a few um, months behind bars. If you've been embarrassed by all these people looking into you because it's a court case, you've lost. You have lost. Because that individual may have said something weird about you, but the thing is, everyone knows that on his channel he's saying weird things about everyone. He's known for that. People just laugh at it and brush it off. You were the one who got so upset you went off against it because your self-worth is low. So you taking it so seriously revealed how low your self-worth was. And that is not at your expense. It's not at the expense of the individual who's been convicted now. It's at your expense. Now, there was a whole investigation paid by the tax dollars or the tax money from the public investigating this case that was going on. And guess what? Outsiders noticed the case and look into it too. And now you look weird. Because people say, hold on a minute, this guy on YouTube or TikTok, wherever it is talking crap about everyone. It's a gossip channel that talks crap, and a lot of it is unfounded. So you could have asked YouTube or the platform to remove a certain something, and they would have removed it, and it would have been done. It would have been over. But no, you wanted quote unquote justice. which was actually revenge. It's not justice at all. You were not into justice. You call it justice, but you really want revenge because you felt humiliated, and now you wanted to compensate the sense of humiliation. And you used the government, in this case the courthouse, to get it. And you got it. But now you've exposed yourself as a crybaby that any time things don't go your way, instead of dealing with it in a proper and the best way, you go off throwing tantrums and drag everyone in it. So now your reputation is gone. People are hesitant to get involved with you. So in the long run, who is losing you? That other guy, or whoever it is, they may have to pay a fine, and that's it, and they can continue, or they may be ordered to remove things from the channel, or they may have to make a video rectifying what is said earlier. They can do that, or if they go to jail for a few months, they may go to jail, but they'll get out. And after the lawyer will go into appeal and all of that, but who is one that lost time, they can't get back in fighting this case? You are. And you fought the case, and guess what? At the end of the day, you're worse off than before the case. Now, this video is not about the legal system. Okay, I'm just using the legal system as an example over here. Okay, let me give another example. Let's say someone insulted your wife. You're in a restaurant, someone says something off about your wife. Okay? You're upset. Your wife says, honey, just let go. This guy is drunk or is out of his mind. Let's go. But you think, no, 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 no. What does he think he is? He needs to apologize, do this and that. And your wife thinks, I'm not injured. Okay, it's a bit off what he said, but hey, let's go. And you went to confront the guy, and it ends up in a fist fight. Now, you claim self-defense in court, but the judge is telling you, hold on a minute, sir. The guy shouted something that was improper at the restaurant. You could have called the manager to deal with it. And you could have walked away, and the situation would be over. You acted based on your ego, because you felt embarrassed, and tried to rectify your lack of self-worth on the inside. So you engaged a bad situation, and you made it worse. Yes, the guy slapped you, and you slapped back. But here's the thing. The reason he slapped you because you were in his face in an intimidating way. The guy was already out of his mind, saying weird stuff. Why the heck did you make it worse by also making him feel intimidated? You should know, if someone is out of their mind, the last thing you need to do is make them feel worse. So you were not defending yourself, you were fighting. And guess what? The judge may leave you out with a warning. Maybe. Or maybe you have to pay a fine or whatever, but guess what? You've lost. All the time you have to go to court or and all of that, you could have spend more time with your family, whatever. What I'm teaching you in this video is as follows. Of course, people should treat you in an honorable way. And also you should treat others in an honorable way too. And I'm not saying they should never address anything. Look, if a stranger on the streets acts weird, okay, they acted weird. As long as you're not physically injured or whatever, just move on. If they jumped on you, you knock them off and you continue. Or if it's too worse, you call the cops or whatever. Or you call bystanders for help. You deal with it in a constructive way, without engaging in a fight. Even martial artists are telling you, the best fight is fight you avoid by walking away. That's the best thing to do. But now, let's say someone close to you who suddenly doesn't talk to you anymore or avoids you or whatever. There's someone close to you shouldn't be involved with. Them treating you in that way is quite dishonorable. And of course it's going to make you upset. But hey, calm down, let some time pass, and see if the individual comes to their senses and apologizes, and the relationship can continue. If an individual does not come back and apologizes, then you have to approach and say, hey, what goes on? It's been almost 2 months or whatever. But you're not going to think, who the heck does he think he is? We were always there for him, and now that suddenly things go a little bit better with him, we don't exist anymore. I need to tell him to his face how pathetic it is, whatever. No, 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 no. I understand your anger. I can sympathize that you feel angry about it, because it's dishonorable. Anyone would agree with you is dishonorable. Even Satan, the demons, and those corrupt judges would say, you're right, it's dishonorable. They shouldn't treat you that way. They should repent and they should apologize and should improve their behavior. But guess what? You fighting the other individual for the wrong they did to you is likely to make the situation far worse, and there's going to be more injuries. And when the injuries happen, what are people going to blame? You. Even though you were the one being victimized by the other individual, by them to be dishonorable, by you striking back in such an intense way, the damages that came from that striking is caused by you, not by the individual who did you wrong first. So now the other people who suffer collateral damage, who are they going to blame? You. Now what you did overshadows the harm that was done unto you. Now you look like the bad guy. Look, I'm not saying that you should never take action when people dishonor you or they treat you in a funny or weird way. You should deal with it when people treat you in a phony, disgusting way, absolutely. But you deal with it in a constructive way to prevent further injury so that you can move on unharmed. Because you already have been injured by the dishonorable way they treated you. Don't chase a justice that doesn't come from God. Okay, let me say it one more time. Do not chase any justice that doesn't come from the Heavenly Father. Because that justice you're chasing is not justice at all. It's just pain-based revenge. That's all it is. You think it's justice, but it's not. And you get blinded by your emotions, by your feelings. You get blinded by you being so involved in setting things right, setting things straight, that you don't realize that you're being drawn more and more into a dark situation. You are drawn more and more in a dark situation, and you'll also drag others into a dark situation. Before you know it, you have a bunch of people, including you, in a very bad situation. It will only get worse. In this case, Satan succeeded in using that other individual, whether a believer or unbeliever. Satan succeeded in using them as a portal to bring you down and to hinder you. And in this case, you allowed it to happen because you didn't assess the situation properly. Never chase a justice that doesn't come from the Heavenly Father. The world has no justice. They only have organized revenge through courthouses. It's what they have. I don't care they call it the justice system. It's revenge. Because they cannot undo the harm that happened to you. They cannot rectify the bad situation. They can't do any of that. They can't. So there is no justice over there. Justice only comes from the Heavenly Father. Okay? So never chase a justice not provided by the Heavenly Father. Don't do it. Do not do that. Be at peace. Shalom.